unpacking the lazarettes for the 10th time now. We're gonna work on the steering cables today, so that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna tell you all about Edison Marine in just a moment. But first, we're gonna unload all of our crapatola onto the deck. We have a tool for everything now. I feel like we could build an entire new boat, which we probably will at some stage because we're crazy. Okay, so what you see here is Searle trying to pull out these partitions that we made so that nothing interferes with the steering wheel down there.
This is like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So it's basically like a little bulkhead to separate the steering area from the storage area. So what we're looking at here is the pedestal. When it was made, they used some kind of sealant that was super gooey. Yeah.
Well, that's working nicely.
Yeah, just get the bulk of it off like that. All right, well, welcome to the mess. This is the contents of the lazarette. We're going to install some products from Edison, and they are a company that have been in business for about 150 years. What I'm holding here is what makes this boat capable of steering. And if you notice here, this looks a lot like rigging. And as you guys may know, rigging needs to be replaced about every 10 years. And this guy is over 10 years old. Then this chain goes up the pedestal and controls it. So what I thought was that there's these butterfly wheels, and I think I've shown you guys this footage before, but I'll click over to that now. These butterfly wheels rotate in this track. And what I thought was that the track was loose and that it had to be set in a specific spot. Well, normal hobbit hole here. Show you guys what's going on down below.
This is probably one of the worst emergency tillers ever. Oh my god, you can't move.
Okay, this is bound. This bolt right here is bound inside, and I don't know what is gonna happen here. This is well, we took the whole thing apart, and that's not how it works. So what happens is that these wires need to be tensioned. So there's eye bolts involved here that need to be tightened through the wheel, and we're going to show you that down below as well. Those were bound in there. They had seized because of two different types of metal and science. Yeah, so Edison is a super cool company. They do pedestal steering, they do hydraulic steering, they do all sorts of steering, and some other cool steering wheels. They're very expensive. This kit was $400. Also, we got 4 new pedestal bolts. We looked all over to try to find a way to not spend $69 on 4 bolts, but there just wasn't a way. They are a 1/2 inch thickness, I don't know how you say that, and flathead and aluminum. So I called around, you just can't find it. Let's hope we do this right because we don't want to lose steering. Okay, the ultimate cleaner for us, carb cleaner. Because why, scientist? It eats rubbers?
It's the rubber.
All right, looking good. Someone's gonna come by and get some sail tape. You want me to toss it? Yep. Good catch. So it's nice here that we have this mark from the paint, so we know where to put this. But what I'd really like to show you is the most expensive bolts that I've ever purchased for Little Miss. These 4 bolts were $68 or $69. Angel music plays in my head when I pull them out. I don't know what this little...
Looks like anti-seize.
Oh yeah, they gave us some goo. That's sexy.
That is brilliant.
It is brilliant.
I'm gonna hold this thing up. You're gonna place the bolts through, and we're gonna work together to put it down. So I think maybe placing the camera on that bucket in a strategic way.
All right, and we're filming. Okay. So you want me to
stick the bolts through so it lines up nicely so we don't mess up the... So we know where it's going to go down now.
Why do I put the butyl tape down below here instead of up here?
Because I wanted to smear up the screw and also create a nice snug feeling fitting between the deck and the pedestal and the head.
So what would happen if I put it up here?
It's only going to affect the head.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. In you go. So should I just push it down to there?
And you just push it all the way.
Oh,
You can
okay.
hammer it in even.
Okay, so now do I put more around the head there?
No. Okay, so I want you to look in here. So here would be the main shaft that would have the steering, which goes in like that. And what happens is it runs on these two journals, and there will be bearings in here to make this rotate very nicely. And as you can see, the first thing you will have is an oil seal, well, grease seal. And you can see this is leaked and we do not have a replacement. I will check my scuba stuff, but I'm pretty sure I don't have a replacement for that exact size. Either side here is a key slot and a key slot. This is where the steering wheel will lock in so it doesn't like just twist around. This is what you rotate and it moves the chain, which runs down to the cables, which pivots around to the radial wheel.
We've got a little carb cleaner here, and we're going to use that to clean the bearings. And then we're going to re-grease it with some Harkin winch grease. I think it's Teflon grease. You guys commented in the last video that you shouldn't over-grease your bearings and your winches, especially with Teflon. I'm not really sure why. Some people said that it gets gunked up, which I thought was interesting. So I'm going to follow that advice. It was several of you that said don't over grease. I thought more was mo better, but apparently it's not. So thank you guys for your comments. I really appreciate that. I can tell you now that I have touched every single piece of this boat, and I know where it goes, which is really cool. When you get out there and you're sailing and something breaks, you have that oh crap moment for so much less time than if you don't know what's going on. The troubleshooting is a lot less, so that's cool. It's very gunky. Ugh.
That's why I send you in there.
Yeah. Is it carb cleaner and ob cleaner? Okay, got it. I feel like the pink paint makes me, it's like really contributes to the speed on this boat, but maybe this will help in maneuverability. So I'm doing the thing that my mom always used to yell at me about when I was a kid, which is using the nice dish towels for things that are not dishes.
Everything that's greasy.
Now I'm a big girl and I do what I want. Now I have no dish towels. Or maybe you don't want to eat dinner at my house because of where my dish towels have been. Like, wow, this spaghetti tastes like carb cleaner. Cool.
You look on the side.
Like as far as like if you thought of it as a brake pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is still looking good.
It looks like there's some brass flecks in it as well. Huh, interesting. Okay, so let's grease our little bearings here. Anti-wear formula designed to optimize winch performance. White grease. So I think it's edible. Okay, how's that? How does that look?
That looks good. I wonder if the new ones are still made out of brass or have they all gone to like stainless steel.
I don't know. I was saying last week that I try to reuse older hardware, especially on this boat when it's made out of brass, because I feel like the new stuff they just don't make as well.
This is the part where the brake clamps on. You see this gridded
yes.
section? And this is where a pin goes through to lock it. So that's going to be nice and clean as well.
Ready?
Ready, Freddy?
Okay. So we're putting this back in its little home. So let's see. Woo! You can see this pin has some little grooves in it.
Yes.
And at the end where the grooves are the thickest, the pin's getting the largest. So we're going to put the small part of the pin in here first. Okay, is that good? This that I'm putting back together right now is the brake piece, and so this little box here holds in the brake arms so that you don't lose them when you loosen it. So, okay.
There we go.
Cool. Okay.
So this is where Aubrey sleeps when she's been naughty.
Oh, really? I'm the Admiral. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. So I just tied that line to this. All right, go ahead and pull it up. Okay. So we've locked in the wheel at 0 here, you can see. So it should be straight. Now we're gonna drop the chain and the cable in. They call it rope, but it's cable. I mean, I think it's cable. All right, there she is. It's exciting.
And I got it to the far right.
My right or your right?
Well, I don't think it makes a difference with you.
Okay, so the 4 bolts that you saw us put in, these are the nuts for that, and it holds this pedestal base underneath. I'm not sure if this was factory, this piece of wood. Cyril thinks that it was not, and I think it is, but I don't know. So here are these butterfly wheels that I was talking about earlier, and they are adjustable. I thought that you were supposed to adjust them in a certain spot to make the tension correct, but actually make the tension correct with the eye bolts that are on this wheel here. So these are our new cables that are attached to that bicycle looking chain at the top, and we're gonna put them on this track, and then we're gonna tighten them in with the eye bolts. Our next step is just gonna be to tighten the bolts on the pedestal, and then after that we're gonna install the eye bolts. So let's do it.
Comfy?
Oh yeah, smells like a cat lived in here for like 6 months in this lazarette.
Is that a spider creeping up your leg?
I hope so. We don't have any protein to add to our stir fry. Also, my foot's falling asleep.
Hoof.
My hoof. So am I gonna hold the, what are you laughing at? What's funny?
So you're gonna hold it at the bottom
Okay.
with that hand. Because sometimes you don't know what to do with your hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Okay, which one are we going first?
This one.
Okay.
Aft, forward. Which side makes it tight? Keep a legit stowaway in here. Cyril's going to get in on the other side, and I'm going to try to film what he's doing. We're about out of battery, so we may have to take a break.
So these are the other ends of the cables. You can see they've just been probably hit with the welder. 2 of these eye bolts. They're gonna. So you can see this piece is on here. So what you want to do is make sure that when you tighten the cable on, that it sits in there. Just using a
broken hand vise.
A tired one. These parts.
These have a funny name. It starts with a C, I think. I was looking for them on Home Depot's website, and I don't remember what they're called.
So this is the end of said product.
Okay.
1 down. 4 more to go.
Okay. Where are you going? Explain it to me there, cowboy.
Okay, so there are these 2 cables.
Okay, there they are. There's a hole right there.
Okay, you hold your side.
Okay. Got my
Okay.
side here.
This needs to run on the underside of
Instead
that.
of it, this is like a really weird game of Twister.
Okay. And that runs through here.
How's your confidence?
Okay, well this is way too long.
Too long?
Yeah.
Okay. Better than being too short.
Because this would go through here like that.
Mm-hmm. And now it's like the saggy baggy elephant.
So I need to. No, I mean like cut that bit of film so it makes me look like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, right. It's like this boat's giving birth to a full-grown man.
What do you know? It's got twins.
Aww. Okay.
You need to clean your ears.
Better yet, what's under my fingernails?
Whatever it is, it looks delicious.
Delicious. It's delicious. Okay.
So we had to cut a substantial amount off here.
Take 2. It's a dry fit.
Close but no cigar.
Yes.
Into the wheel. Come back here. Yeah, I think we need to cut quite a bit more wire.
Why don't we just do it down here?
Both of them have to be shortened even more.
Okay, so we're now tightening down these nuts, which are pulling the eye bolts to be shorter, and they're then tightening these cables. So we're leaving a bit of room because cables stretch over time, so we'll probably be tightening these again after we go for some shakedown sails. All right.
You going too far? Too far? They're working?
Yeah, seems to be working. Feels pretty smooth. All right.
A lot of that noise is just coming from the autopilot right now.
And just like that,
This is like the Triton I was on.
we finished, and we have friends over. They are leaving tomorrow. We've gotten them drunk now on several occasions, and they have not left, but we've lured them over with guacamole. And it's the perfect end to a really productive day. So